it's like, oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Dee. I have my special guest, Mr. Clyde Jones, and you remember him from Just Let Your Soul Go. I think I did.
Oh Lordy, you did great.
Okay,
Look,
to America.
you did. I don't know how you do it. I mean, there are people that's trying to do that, and they asked me to do it one time. I was doing this interview for Rolling Stone magazine. The guy said, "Can you do that?"
Oh, where'd he go? Hold on. Come back. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay,
What's going on?
it kicked us out.
Huh?
It kicked us.
I think you. Well, I think when you hit that note so high, you just took out all
I
the
probably did. I
broadcasting
don't
or something.
know. I don't know. So, how did you get started? Tell us how you got started.
How did I get started as an actor?
Yeah, as actor.
Is that what you? Well, you know what? I wish I never did because it was a crazy road. No, I'm just I tell people don't I say don't do it. Please don't do it. Because once you get on that stage, you're gonna get the acting bug. And once you get that acting bug, then now you think you're important, you think you're a star. You know, it's like, oh, why did I do this? Then you just constantly doing it because actually you really enjoy it because the accolades you get from it, you know, the thrill of the people enjoying you. I mean, I know there are people, and even myself, I know I was probably horrible, and my mom like, oh, look at my boy, he's just so good. Oh my God,
Oh,
I forgot all the lines, didn't know how to. I mean, I missed a note. Just good. So so you got people who's lying and encouraging you that you're good, so you think you're good, so you just keep on going until you get good.
wow.
Yeah, but
So,
now I'm sorry, go on.
no, go ahead. I was gonna
No,
ask
I
about
was
the line.
well no, I left New Orleans. I left New Orleans and went to school in Oregon. And the funny thing about it, I was trying to get into some major colleges, and you know my what you call that, my SCT
SAT, yeah.
wasn't great. And
Oh,
I'm like, you know what? I just say, my aunt said, "Why don't you come to Oregon?" I'm like, Oregon? Oh, they need black people in Oregon. So, but
I know, right?
so I went to Oregon, and and it's funny because Oregon ended up being a blessing because when I got there, I ended up going to the college, as a PCC, and did some plays at Portland State University and stuff. And then I ended up dancing, being like a dancer, modern dance and stuff like that. And I took some acting classes, and I was really wanting to go play football. I thought I was a football player, but I got hit real hard one time, and I just think I couldn't
Oh.
quit. But anyway, so I ended up meeting a good friend of mine. This guy name was Matt Latanzi, and I actually was in a relationship with this young lady, and so she and I applied for USC, and I'm like, which was one of the schools I applied for before. 2 years before, didn't get in. So I guess I ended up getting
Oh, hold on. We lost him again. He'll be back. We lost him. We'll give us a second. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay.
but that's okay. Look,
Okay.
people out there, if people out there you're watching, this is technology.
It's
So anything
technology.
happens when
They hating on us because they don't want us to
yeah,
be great. When you
yeah,
talk
they
about
don't want the soul
positive
glow.
things,
They
yeah,
they don't want the soul glow juice to juice down. You
that's
know what I'm
what
saying?
it
So we
is.
just
That's what it is. Yep.
that's
Yep.
what it is. So
It's
bear with
okay.
me.
We're gonna
But
be okay.
anyway, anyway, I met this friend of mine named Matt Latanzi, and I was I don't know. I guess I was dancing for a while, doing some jazz and ballet and all this kind of stuff. So it was kind of cool because it was all the women that was in there. I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, you know, I'm a dancer as much as I can. There was this teacher named Diana Laverso. I never forget her. She was a very beautiful ballet teacher.
Y'all gonna bear with us because technology, I don't know what's going on with these algorithms, but it's okay. We gonna get through this. But y'all having a great night. I know y'all having a great night. Okay.
You know what I think is happening as people get added? I think it's switching because I saw something say now added this person, added that person. So it might be switching as people come in. So maybe that's what it was. But no, I'm going back to this beautiful, fine ballet teacher. And I took the class because I, I took the class because of her, you know. And so it was a friend of mine, name is Matt Latanzi, and really handsome Italian guy, right? So I was telling my girl, and I said, I said, all the women like this guy. I said, he cold. I said, he's a dancer, and all the women just crazy about it. So I'm like, I better start learning how to do all this Gershwin and stuff. So anyway, um, I ended up applying for USC, and my girl at that time applied for USC, and we ended up getting accepted. So I got accepted to USC, and I told him I'm going to USC to try to be an actor or play some football. And he said, I'm going to marry Olivia Newton-John. I'm like, so I'm like, okay. So anyway, I end up making it to USC. I get there, and I end up trying out for this calendar called the Men of USC calendar, which ended up becoming the number one. It ended up becoming the number one calendar. Actually. And I'm walking.
I'm gonna have to reload the page. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Can you hear me?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. You there? Oh, I'm on.
Oh, there we go.
Hold on.
I'm here. So you were talking about USC and Mr.
It was a Men of USC calendar. So I ended up being in this calendar. It was like one of these top calendars. The cover was Ted McGinley, who's on Happy Days, and Kelly Preston was in it. The late Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife. She went to USC with me as well. So she was in the female calendar, and when I was there, Forrest Whitaker was there as well. Ali Sheedy, Anthony Edwards from ER, Kelly Preston. There was a lot of people that were there who were just actors, but they were in the BFA program. But anyway, make a long story short about that situation. I'm walking down the street, and I went to this art. I think it's A&P Market, and I saw this People magazine, and on the cover of the People magazine was my friend Matt Latanzi and Olivia Newton-John. I'm like, you're kidding me. Honest God truth. I'm like, oh my God.
I love her. Oh my God.
I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, and at that time when I was at USC, I was doing some extra work as well. So when you're in college, you try to make that money. So I'm walking on a lot of Paramount lot. And this is how God works. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm on Paramount lot. And I'm walking down the lot. And all of a sudden I see this guy, and Matt walked like a little duck, but he was a hell of a dancer. He walked like a little duck. And I'm looking, I said, I know that walk from somewhere. And I looked, he saw me, he said, Clyde. We just started screaming. I said, Matt. I said, Clyde. I said, oh my God. He said, man, I said, dude, I saw you. People like, I know, I love it. He said, I told you. I said, I know, man, this is crazy. So anyway, he invited me to the house. I met Olivia Newton-John. It was crazy. And then after that, all my friends knew I knew Olivia Newton-John. So everybody wanted to cast me because Olivia was hot. Let's get physical and and all that other stuff. She had all them songs out. So all the casting records, people wanted to just meet me. And I'm like, cool. So it was one of those type of things. So you just never know where you're going to go, in life. Wow. So with the calendar, I started doing a lot of commercials, and, so it just kind of took off from there. And it was really like I said, it was a very interesting, I had a chance to hang out with Michael Jackson and, Lindsay Wagner. And I met them all. It was just a beauty, I have a plethora of wonderful, and I'm gonna call them friends because people say you're lucky if you get one good friend. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of good friends out there that's family, and people don't know that Hollywood is a family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from like Blair is my friend, and Morris Chestnut, and all these people that the women are screaming, "Oh my God, they go crazy!" So I mean,
they screaming at home. I can hear them already. Like,
they screaming. And nephew Tommy was my roommate. So I mean, so you got all these people that started, and they just they had a dream and aspiration and goal. That's why I tell people, you know what? You never know. Don't ever give up because it's that one job. It's like with Soul Glow. I mean, literally, when I was married, Mike's wife was singing for a group called Lace. And Paul Abdul, they were a choreographer for their group and stuff. And she had a young lady that was doing her makeup who I think she was dating Arsenio at the time and stuff. And so she was telling me, she said, Clyde, Eddie and Arsenio is doing this movie called Coming to America for people African from America. I said Africa. I said, man, baby, I ain't wearing no diaper with no spear. You know, she said, I said, because if this is a comedy, I'm not trying to do it. She said, I don't know what it's gonna be. So later on, I get a call from my agent, and my agent said, Clyde, you got this audition for this Coming to America. I said, what is it? She said, I really don't know. It's Eddie and them doing it. So
Just let your soul glow. So yeah. Okay, there we go.
Back, so the story was getting good to me. So anyway, so I'm
I entertain them by doing my soul glow thing.
Yeah, so I get to the studio and I meet this guy Barry. I think they're the writers, one of the writers, Barry, and I forget them. Oh God, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I know one was Barry, really funny guy. They were really nice. So I get there and they asked me to try this on, and I had to try the wig on and take the shirt off and all kind of stuff. And the young lady there, Paulette, and we wiggled our head back and forth and stuff like that. And I said, well, what is that? She said, well, you got it. I said, what did I? First of all, he asked me, how did we get this audition? I said, I think Arsenio Hall. He said, I think you might got this. He said, so that's why I went on and tried everything on. And when I left, I guess I had the role. And I didn't know that it was going to be such a phenomenal character. I'm so glad that Eddie Murphy didn't pick that character to do also. He did every other character. It's like, thank you, Eddie, for not picking Soul Glow.
It's iconic. You inspired Lizzo, the rapper, singer. You inspired the rapper Lizzo. She's a rapper, singer who won a Grammy. She actually did a cover. It's a cover with her hair.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yep. How'd you feel about that? I know you smile like that's awesome.
Well, you know what? I tell you, it's so funny because when a lot of people don't know Clyde. They know Soul Glow. You know what I'm saying? But when I say I'm Soul Glow, they just freak out. I'm like, what is about this Soul Glow character? I was doing this movie with Jennifer Lawrence last year, and what's his name? Tyree. He was in that movie. If Bill Street Could Talk with Regina King, and so I was sitting in the chair, and he didn't know me no more than the Man in the Moon, but I said hello to him, but the makeup artist had one of my Soul Glow T-shirts on, right, and the guy said, he turned to me and said, I love that Soul Glow. He said, that's a nice character. I love that character. Oh, that's my character. And he turned his chair around and he looked. He said, and he just jumped up and grabbed me, hugged me, said, "Oh my God, you're iconic! I love you! I love you!"
You are.
Yeah. And then I ended up giving him a Soul Glow shirt. So it's one of those type of things that I don't know. I mean, when I did Coming to America 2 with Eddie, and it was funny because on the set, somebody mentioned that I was Soul Glow, but Eddie knew. Eddie and Arsenio knew because when I saw Arsenio, he said, director said, Mr. Brewer, he said, I want you to meet Eddie, and I said, oh, I know, hug me. That's Clyde. That's my boy. We used to hang out together. Blah 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 blah. And then so everybody knew I was Soul Glow on the set. So everybody was like, they wanted to get a picture with Soul Glow, And the guy that plays Eddie's son, like, man, I got to get a picture. It was just for a moment there, and I saw Eddie sitting back. And he made me feel so good because it's like he was so proud that his character, that character that they created, stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? And I felt really good that he felt good. And it's like, thank you, Eddie. It was, I don't know what it was. It was just a certain thing about, and Eddie's such a professional. He's such, because I never worked with Eddie. This is the first time working with Eddie, even though I did the film. But to be able to work with Eddie but I met Eddie a couple of times before. And everybody that I met and directed in shows, they're very good friends here, like Miguel Nunez and Johnny Gill and all those other people. I've directed them in a lot of plays and stuff. And so just to have a chance to just work with him was really it was just great. I think I was just happy. I was just happy to be there, really, to be honest with you. Like, you could have just told me to say one line, "Hey, I'm cool, lady. I can go home now." Eddie talked to me and he said something to me and I said something back to him. That was it. So it was really, really cool. So Soul Glow has been an adventure. And so I could, like I said, go on and on and on. I was doing a thing and was it TMZ? They kind of spotted me on the streets. And the guy came up to me. He said, "Soul Glow." I said, huh? He said, you Soul Glow. He said, man, I want to do an interview on you. I'm like, now I'm thinking, now I don't know if because TMZ don't come with a lot of cameras. They have like one person there or something like that. So I'm thinking, I'm just gonna placate the guy. You know, he was asking me all kind of questions, and I was having fun with it. He was talking about Harvey Levin and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm thinking. So 2 days later, my friend called me and said, Clyde, turn the TV on. You on TMZ. So it was crazy. You know, so yeah. So Soul Glow got his little thing. He got some new tennis shoes out, and it's not my tennis shoes. It's
Okay.
Nike, but the young man wasn't Giannis from Milwaukee. He loves Soul Glow so much that he decided to put myself and Paulette, the young lady, on the Soul Glow tennis shoe. So I had to make a deal with Paramount and Nike in order to do it. So I'm just hoping that I get a check soon. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the check.
I'm claiming that check.
So
I'm claiming it for you. Yes. Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. No, don't talk. Go on. I talked enough. I'm waiting for you
No.
to ask me
You
something so I can
answered.
keep
You
going. I was just
answered
giving
like
you.
a lot of my questions. You answered like all of my
Yeah.
literally. At least I think you legit answered like 6 or 7 questions. I was gonna ask a question about learning lines. How is that? Because I know it's hard to learn song lyrics. So how do you do that? What is your strategy for learning lines, for memorizing them?
We're learning line. Well, you know
Mhm.
what? When they tell me I'm gonna get a check, I thought learning lines. I said, you know what? If somebody tell you you're gonna get a check, trust me, you'll learn that line tomorrow. You're like, you might get on the set and forget something here and there, but they say, you know what? I'm gonna pay you this amount of money. You say, hold on, bro, let me show you something. You just start learning right there. They said, man, you good. Like, no, you're good. You gave me a check. So, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. What I as a teacher, I teach as well, and
That's
this is what I was
awesome.
telling someone the other day, because I'm actually in process doing a play with a friend of mine, Rochelle. It's for the kids. I do a lot of stuff for the kids and stuff. But what I tend to, this is important, and this is a problem that I had growing up, because I was not a prolific reader, nor am I still a prolific reader. And I think it's imperative that if you're an actor, if you want to be a really good actor, there are actors that are really they're good. They can express themselves well and stuff like that. But there are actors that may not be able to audition well, because I know some actors that can audition really well, but they might not be great actors. But the one that can read well can get the job, because they're really good cold readers. And if you don't let those words hinder you, and you're not afraid of the words, then you can be prolific with the word. You can really have a good time. It's like with anything that you do well, you know that you can walk in there and do well. So you have to be able to not be afraid of words, not be afraid of dialogue, So not be afraid that you're going to mess up or here and there, because you need to understand the meaning of each word. So if there is a problem, because of you understanding what the word is and understanding what the character is, you're able to do what you need to have done. So don't go in there not understanding your characters. A lot of times dialogue is really not important. It's depending on your characters. You see a lot of people, they have a great character. They might not say that but one word, like Arnold Schwarzenegger never said nothing sometimes. What? I'll be back. But you love his character. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Yeah.
So I tell people to develop your character. And when you develop your character, that character knows the dialogue. It's going to automatically come when you develop the character. But when you don't have a character, that dialogue is not going to fit anything. It's going to be hard to fit. It's like water on a duck. It's not going to fit. But you need your dialogue to be like wet to water. You know what I'm saying? So if it's wet to water, then therefore it's going to come together. And that's what I think that's important. And what I tell people, like, see, to me, improvisation basically is just a technique, just in case you mess up a little bit. But a lot of people, artists, they go out there and because you got some funny comedians and they go off book in a minute. So now you're stuck trying to do some improv. But as a director, I tell my actors, I say, let me tell y'all something. Somebody about to get fired today. They say, what you? I said, y'all gonna get fired. I say, look, because my thing is, I'm not a person that like to improv. I'll say, you give me my cue line and let's go from there. But you know what? But a lot of people are just geniuses, you know. So every night they come out with something different, but it's not theater etiquettes. You know, it's not considered theater etiquettes. But a lot of directors, if they really like you, as they hire you according to your ability to probably be are sarcastic and go off the book. You know, so a lot of actors who are maybe who like superstars, they might get what they call like a 20-to-1 or a 30-to-1 or a 10-to-1 take that you can take it any kind of way, you know, but those takes are in the budget.
And we'll be right back. That is interesting. So there's hope for me after all, because clearly I always like do not know the song lyrics whatsoever. So I can just be myself. Okay. So since we got out, I was like, there's hope after all for me, because I could just use my sarcasm and get a line.
That's what I'm saying. You're ad-libbing, right? You're ad-libbing, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're ad-libbing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, so like I said, I've been on both sides of the cameras, and I used to model, like I said, modeling. I actually did a lot of stuff. I had so many hair products. I think I should be bald headed by now. All that juice they put in my hair. Now I still got a left back, but if I turn back to the back, you might see a hole. So I don't want to turn around. You might see like a little quarter back there. Like, hold on.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah, because I was like, you definitely had that bone structure and very handsome. And so I was like, he was a model. I was like, I remember him from some of the hair commercials, I think, in the magazine.
I'm trying to hear you because you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
So try to hear you. But go on.
I remember you from some of the hair commercials from back in the day.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, I see the S-curl commercial.
I remember, like S-curl and all that. Everybody
if they Google S-curl, I think I remember that line. It said S-curl style is smooth and hip. It says it makes my hair so good it makes it whip. Sunday's girl is the best. It makes me forget all the rest. For smooth style, S-curl going on for that man look. I remember that. Wow. I remember that commercial. Yeah, that was one of them. It used to be on Soul Train and everything. Every time you turn around, I don't know what I'm doing here. I was on Soul Train and I was like, I did one called Luster. I did one called Worlds of Curl, and they gave me a fake mustache about like this big, like Marshall. I mean, it looked like you knew it was pasted on my face. It's like, God, dog. But again, they paid me, so I was cool. I was cool with that mustache. You know, so I did so many hair commercials, but like I said, I did like Yves Saint Laurent cigarette ads. I did the Jackie Robinson commemorative stamp commercial. Top Gun. If you rent the original movie Top Gun, there's a commercial, the Diet Pepsi. So I'm on that Top Gun commercial. I made a lot of money off of that one. Glory, you made me have a flashback, but I keep looking in my pocket. It ain't nothing in there, but those residuals were really, really good at the time. You know, and I would tell y'all actors out there, whoever listening, if you're getting some money, put your money away, because you know what? You're gonna get happy. You're gonna be buying a little lobster here and there. Next thing you know, you're gonna go from a lobster to a crawfish. So I'm telling you right now, you better save your money. That big old lobster gonna turn to that little bit crawfish. You know what a crawfish is, right? You know?
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that. Then after that, you're gonna be at the dollar store. So you better save your money. I'll tell you. So no, wow. It's been a journey. I'm just talking, having a good time, waiting for you to just keep on talking. You know, just wait for you to keep on talking.
Good. You're good. You're answering like all of my questions though. Like that's awesome. So like when you're answering,
so maybe I'm just talking too much. I'm sorry.
No.
What'd you say?
No. You're talking. Okay. You're talking good. I mean, that's what the show is about, is to have a conversation, and we're having a conversation. So if it's too like questioning, like, well, what did you do here? It's too like boring. So no.
Okay.
So you're doing fine.
Yeah, no, it's fun to have a good time. Look, I hung out with. I know Carissa's probably on this phone. Carissa, my girl, but we had a good time. We went all over New Orleans, and we go. Carissa, this type of person like, look, Clyde, just show up. Hey, Carissa. Next thing you know, you with her for 8 days. Well, Carissa, why you still here, huh? Yeah, okay, yeah. I just love her. She can get in anywhere.
She's very sweet too.
She know everybody. She know everybody. If I would go, if I get to heaven And the Lord said, look, I really don't know yet. And Carissa come up, no, I know him. That's Clyde. Okay, thanks, Carissa. So, Carissa, she'll get you into any places. I can tell you that. Even if you don't have a ticket. They be like, you
That's
don't have a ticket, Carissa.
awesome.
She say, Carissa say, hold on, I'm gonna go backstage. I'll be right back. You come back not just with a ticket, but some backstage passes, and then you have some food to eat. She say, here's some tickets to eat too. I'm like, oh yeah, buddy. Let me call Carissa. So she be rolling like that. That's my girl.
Speaking
So
of food,
yeah. But you know what? I just had this journey has been such a journey because I sit back, and the people that I met along the way. I did a movie called Who Killed Soul Glow, and it's a parody off Glow. And so my brother and I, we decided to do this. And I woke up one morning. I said, you know what? I want to do this movie called Who Killed Soul Glow. My mama said that press her soul. She said, boy, you go back to bed talking about who killed Soul Glow. I said, well, no, I want to do this. So what I did is my brother and I, I went back to LA because my mother lived in Mississippi. And I went back to LA and I called my friends like Tommy Davidson. Tommy, I said, Tommy, you do this little thing for me. He said, Clyde, of course I will. He said, man, you just been a blessing since I came to LA. There's a lot of things I don't remember because I do a lot of stuff. He said, man, you let me hang at your house. And I'm like, did I? I just don't remember a lot of things because when you do things out of your heart, some things you just don't remember. And then I went up to Marla Gibbs. She said, baby, I do that for you. And it was not, and then Lindsay Wagner, the binding woman. Then I had Glenn Turman. He said, I'll do it. Stephen Williams, Miguel Nunez, Todd Bridges, John Marshall Jones, my friend Reginald T. Dorsey. Miriam Ramsey, she just passed away. My heart is just broken from Police Academy. That was like my heart, I've had her in Natchez, and she did one of my shows for me. And we were just, every time I think, I just still can't believe it. I'm so little discombobulated. Then I hired Tiny Lester to do a show, and he's gone. It's like, oh, Tiny, So, like I said, life ain't promised, So you have to live each day, but live it the right way. Live each day. I'm a man of God. I love the Lord.
Amen.
So, I live. That's how I live my life, and I'm not afraid to tell somebody. People are like, oh, you don't look. My thing is this, and whatever you do in your life, I have no heaven and hell to send you to. That's between you and God. But I'm going to love you like the Lord. He said, judge not yet you be judged. What stone do you have? Throw the first stone. So I know I can't throw no stone at nobody. You know what I'm saying? What I've been through. So I just say, basically, that's how I live my life. I went to London and did a show called Tell Hell I Ain't Coming about a pastor. I play Satan. So I'm never the nice guy. I'm always the bad guy, drug dealer, or the devil, And but I didn't mind playing the devil because the devil actually was really telling the story for the pastor, really a good piece. And then but I played that, and then I played a character called Silk from Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys. Angela Barrow and Lizzie Berry, they wrote that one. That was a play went on the road for a long time. And LaVan Davis and Cassie Davis, and that's on that Tyler Perry show. They were in the show with me. They was in that show. Then I did a show that I directed with Cuba Gooding Sr. and Shirley Murdoch, and Cuba Gooding Sr. that passed away as well. And nephew Tommy was in it, but he was Thomas Miles at the time. But then nephew Tommy, he's doing wonderful now. So I worked with a plethora of wonderful people. My friend Charles Penland, we directed a lot of people in a lot of plays. Like I said, when I went to London, I did a show. We did it in I think it was Catford. It was called.
We'll be back. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm back, huh?
Yeah, we're back now.
Oh yeah, so I was in London. I had a good time. Met this beautiful young lady, Natalia Ron, beautiful girl. She can sing her butt off, So I've been trying to get her to marry. I don't think she want to marry me. I keep trying to get. I'm like, you try to get them to marry, like, God, do something wrong with you. But I'm a good guy, so one day, it's been like I've been knowing her for 11 years, so you never know, It's not, hey, I'm married. I'm gonna marry somebody, so I'm gonna tell you.
No, that's right. You claim your wife.
I was married before. I enjoyed being married. I thought marriage was one. I would do it again. I thought it was good. What's good? what's good is being faithful. That's I mean, really, I mean, being faithful.
That's
I've
a
cheated
hard
before,
word
so
right
no,
now because
yeah,
nobody's really faithful anymore these days.
no, no. I mean, no, because I would tell you something. I cheated before, and by me cheating, it was really, I don't know, I don't know. There's something about it, something about breaking somebody else's heart. It had nothing to do with being caught. It was the fact that I broke somebody. Because I got, you get caught, but it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with the fact that I saw a heart broken. You know what I'm saying? And to
Yeah.
hurt somebody that really loves you, and really, really care about you, you say, I don't want to do that. And see, and what I said to myself when I got married, I said, when my wife walked through a door, because like I said, I knew a lot of people in Hollywood, and when you get married, every woman wants to try to get with you now because, oh, he married. Okay, let me see what I can do over here. You know what I'm saying? Not women that didn't even want you, but now you're married. It's like, hold on, come here. Clyde, I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Like, no, you didn't want to talk to me when I was, but anyway, so, but I said, when I walked through a door with my woman, I said, I said, walk with your head up because no woman in here can say that they're with me. And they might have said they've been with me, but they can't say that they with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to, that's how proud you want to be with your relationship and your marriage. And I think it's important, because if you do, and then that's the trust and stuff that you have. Every relationship is not going to be great. You're going to have a lot of problems here and there. But I can tell you this, it's those small things in relationships that can become those big things if you don't nip them in the bud in the beginning. If you don't, because it's those small things, it's those things be like, oh, he's so cute, I'm gonna let it go, I'm gonna let it go. The next thing you know, it become irritating. It's like, I hate that. Then you tell them, you know what? Remember you used to do that? I hated that. And, I ain't like when you passed gas in the bed all the time. You could have just got up in the bathroom. Yeah, it was cute at first, but I'm sick and tired of it. So so those type of things, you gotta, I call it, you gotta date. Dating is data report. You accumulate the data, and if it doesn't work, a problem that people have, and I'm gonna go here first, and then we're gonna go back to my crazy career. The thing that people have is that people expect that when they get in a relationship, that someone can make them happy. They expect that somebody can make them happy. But I tell people, you got to go in a relationship happy. They got to go in a relationship happy. If it's not working, you take your happy butt on and I take my happy butt on. So we still happy, So we can't just go in a relationship trying to make each other happy. I think you froze on me. Did you freeze on me? I think you froze. Let's see. I think we're in a freezing mood right now. Let's see what happened. Maybe somebody else can hear me. I don't know. You okay? Maybe we froze. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here. Can you hear me? Are you there? You back?
What's
I'm
going
trying
on?
to get back in there. You
I
back?
don't know what's going. Yeah, that was crazy.
I know. So what was the last thing you heard me say?
All I remember you said something about you were talking about marriage and how it's a beautiful thing and how things like that, and then all of a sudden,
No, what I was saying basically, I said, look, in a lot
the
of
audience said
relationships,
they
I
still
tell,
hear you. They said they still
well,
heard you. I didn't hear you though. They heard you.
oh, they heard me talk about the take your happy butt on.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't hear that.
No, I said that. No, I was saying that that you can't be in a relationship trying to
Oh,
hopefully somebody can make you happy. You got to get in there happy yourself, and the other person got to come happy.
amen.
And if you're not happy, then what you can do is you can take your happy butt on, I take my happy butt on, and we
Oh, they
still
heard
happy.
you. My mom said,
So
"I hear you."
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that is the key to a relationship. And I would tell you this: people get offended when someone wake up one morning and say, this is not working. Now everybody want to shoot you and kill you. But wait, hold on. But you being honest, like, look, this is not working. So everybody mad, but you got to be able to be adults enough to say, this is not working, baby. And I know it's better said than done after you get slapped by, if somebody, the woman slap you 4 or 5 times and then say, I'm did she get it all out of it and say, okay, I guess it's not working. Can I slap you one more time, baby? Because you lured me into this stuff. I've had some stalkers before. I know that. Trust me. We've been there. So
yes.
yeah, but that's life. In my business, there's so many things that offered to you. I mean, they got the drug world, this world, that world, but I just chose not to indulge. I mean, I don't like to smoke. I never smoked in my life. I've never done drugs in my life.
That's good.
I mean, it was right there. I mean, but when I saw people plucking out their eyebrows and stuff, and I'm like, this is not the type of drug I think. I don't know if I want none of that. And they jumping up off of bridges. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that one either. Okay, I'm stabbing myself. No, that's not the one. No, I think I don't want none of this stuff. This is, and you can see it when you look at a drug, you see what it does to people. Why would you want to have some of that anyway?
Amen.
So yeah, so that was that. But like I said, but being in my business, like meeting all the people, I have this one movie coming out called one of those days. It's the lady Carrie Preston. She's in the movie Claws, the blonde. I mean the red hair from Claws. It's a really good. I think it was based on a true story, and it's about people. It's about this whole group of people. We shot it for like 8 weeks in this small city in Louisiana, and it's about everybody sitting on hands on this truck. It was called Hands On at first. Everybody got their hand on this truck, and the last person with their hand on the truck wins the truck. But what happened is people started hallucinating, and then people calling each other names, and people getting killed. Oh, it gets crazy. So it's called it's crazy. It's called one of those days. Yeah, it's one of those days. But I can't wait for it to come out. So it's a really good movie. Yeah, it's gonna be a really good movie. So, you know what? I don't know if you actually. You know what you can do? You can actually go on my IMDb. Probably .com/Clyde Jones or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then when you go on the IMDb, it'll give you a plethora of all the little movies that I've done. So right now I'm working on some stuff with some kids. I did a play, actually it's a little movie called A Hat Is Not Enough. And it's about teenage pregnancy.
And we'll be right back. My throat is dry. I'm sorry. This is some good stuff. Y'all should get some. It's San Pellegrino. It's lemon soda. It's good. Okay.
Well, we taking time. So turns. So that's my turn to go out there. You went out last time. My turn.
So water.
Yeah. So no, it's cool. We just taking turns. It's all right, But no, the little film I did was called it's called A Hat Is Not Enough, which means a condom is not enough. And it's a series of little movies. So I'm just trying to raise some money so I can do a series of movies. The next one I just wrote called You Gave It to Me, I'm Gonna Give It to You. One is called Watch Out for the Pen. And that one won an African Oscar, actually won a Hollywood African Prestige Award.
That's awesome.
My manager, Tina Weisinger. Yeah, she's one of the managers over there. And and Natalia also, she's doing the song in it, which is great. And I have Chris Spencer doing something on it.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, Chris Spencer. He's doing a thing at the end. Miguel Nunez. Have who else is on there? Spud McKinnon from New Orleans. He's doing some stuff. So a lot of people are doing some little things at the end of it. And Keith Washington's daughter plays the lead in it. She's good in it. She's really a good girl. She did a great job. So I directed Keith in the movie. Keith is wonderful. So I have a song for him. I'm trying to get him to do it. You know how you try to get people. Come on, man. You can do it. He plays something one day. He said, Clyde, let me hear the song. Now I can't, so I just did a little melody. So I whistle. I'm a good whistler, right? Mm-hmm. So he just started playing it. And I got excited like a little woman, like, oh Lord, Keith, oh Lord, have mercy. I got all excited because he was tearing the song up. I said, Lord, Keith. He said, no, that's enough. I said, no, Keith, come on, man. You can't do me like that. You can't do me. He tore that song up. So, I think he's working on an album now. So Keith is he has me cracking up.
He's one of my faves too.
He's
one of my faves. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I'm trying. Look, I sent him some information.
He's from Detroit. So yeah.
Yeah, he's from Detroit. Yeah, matter of fact, I did send it. I did tell him that I was doing this. And I sent him the information. So maybe he's watching, maybe he's not. You know, I don't know. But
Hi, if you're
I told him
watching.
I told him that you would love to interview him, and so he was saying,
Oh,
who is she? So I
I'm so
did tell him that
flattered.
the other day. So so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I told Carissa's supposed to call in and try to see if we get Keith on, and maybe he can sing something for y'all out there. You know, he might charge y'all. I don't know. He might charge y'all to sing something. I don't know.
Oh my
So
God.
you never know. But hey, I look, I'll pay to hear it. Hey, when he be like singing that song, tonight we will share. I'm like, go on, Keith. My grandmother, she passed away, but he sung it to her, and I think he sung it to her, and I think her poor little Pampers. I don't know what happened. She was like, oh Lord, Keith, Lord, she was 98 years old. That Keith Washington, that Keith Washington. I was like, okay, So
Granny
she had a
knew.
good
Granny
time.
knows some good music. They know some good music.
Huh?
I said grandmas know good music.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
They do.
Keith, right?
They know
When
good music.
you start listening to the artists, you never.
Oh, and we will be back. Okay.
You there? Okay, no, it's good. Like I said, it's
We're back.
good.
So what are some dream
Yeah.
collaborations? What are some of your dream collaborations that you would like to do? I know you worked with some of everybody, so I mean that's gonna be a hard question for you.
Say that one more time.
What are some dream collaborations for you?
And now you broke up again. It was hard again.
Okay. What are some dream collaborations for you?
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I look at it like this is now watch this. Now here we go.
Okay.
Every time you say something, I got to go into something. That's just the way how I am.
It's okay.
But I tell people this, you be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing because see, those people that said, I sure will be glad when 2020 is over. Because 2020 was tough for a lot of people. Are you there?
Amen.
You can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Tough, but there are those that left 2020. As soon as they got into 21, they passed away. If they had known that 21 was going to bring their death, they would have stayed into 2020.
Exactly.
So I say that to say basically, you be anxious for nothing. And if you try to fulfill all your dreams, because when you lose your dreams, you die. You really do. I mean, because you have nothing else. So I think that God has given us a plethora of ideas, imagination, aspiration, goals, and dreams. So we're going to every time you continue to do some stuff in your life, you enjoying the thoughts and ideas that God has given you. So I don't ever really want to fulfill it. I don't want it to be over, but I do know that when I leave here, I want Tommy Ford used to tell me this. He said, where's the richest place on earth? And I said, where? He said, the graveyard, because there's so many people that have left here without fulfilling a lot of dreams. He said, but when you leave, you still leave with aspirations and goals and dreams. So I can be writing a movie, or you can be.
No, why they cut him? That was good information. I need to hear that. That's gonna help. That's gonna help me. That's gonna help everybody. Okay. Okay. You were talking about dreams. Continue. It cut you off on a. Yeah. I mean, it keeps cutting you off on everything good. Dang. Go ahead.
So you can be doing a play or a goal or a movie or whatever you be doing. You'll never complete in everything in your life. That'll never happen if you are a creative person, because you can be or writing a comma and that's it. You never finish that book. But as long as you continue to have these dreams, you're always fulfilling your dream. So I say that to those people. Yeah, you do the things that you don't run down the hill when you can walk down the hill. The bus coming at 10:15, you ain't got to run down there.
And we will be back.
I'm still here. Right. So I'm just saying, you don't gotta just take your time and enjoy every bit, because a lot of times I like to drive a lot. People know me, I like to drive. and if you fly, you can only look over to the places that you see, but when you drive, you can stop, you can smell the air, you can touch the trees. There's so many things that you can do by taking your time and enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? So you never get a chance to understand and enjoy life if you rush in life. So you asked me the question that what are the things that I would like, that I'd like to do. I like to just do the things that I have in my repertoire. I have a lot of plays that I've written, but I'm sure I'm not going to accomplish and finish all those things. I have so many of them, so I'm just working on things every day. It's like Noah. Noah built the ark. He just constantly took his time until it started raining, but he just built it. He just kept on building. So I'm just
Okay, give us a second. Okay.
I'm building, like I said, I'm building a body of work that I appreciate, and it's like a sculpture. You just take your time and enjoy it along the way, But everybody want to be rich tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because so the problem that people have is that you be rich tomorrow, then you die the next day. It's like, okay, what just happened? Because that's what people are. They like microwaving life. And people microwave their life. And I tell you, if I probably was very rich earlier in my life, not that I'm rich now, but I'm rich in God, so I'm always going to be wealthy.
Amen.
But if I was rich earlier in my life, when you're out there with wet behind the ears, you don't know what direction you're going to be in. I could be on crack. I could be going through. All kind of things could be happening. You know what I'm saying?
Everything happens for a reason. That is so true. That is so true. We must remember that God always has a plan.
Yeah, I'm here. But like I said, God knows what we don't know. So
God always has a plan.
Yeah, he has a plan already. He already look. Let me tell you something. And this is what I say to people. When you look at that book, that book that God has, the Bible, and he already know the ending already. Okay. And like if I write a play and I let you read the play, you already know what the play is. Now you're gonna come to the show, and while you watch it and say, oh, look, I read that part. Then every once in a while, you might say that wasn't in the book, but that's where God comes in. He said, you know what?
Your screen went out. Your screen went out.
I'm back. You back? I'm back.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm frozen, I think.
I see you.
Yeah. Oh, you see me? Okay. So you got that free will. And when you get that free will, then what ends up happening is that God say, now here's this book that I wrote, but within that book, there might be some changes along the way. You know what the ending is of this real book. You do know what it is. But in life, you know the ending. But he said, because I gave you free will, you can change some things along the way. Now, that book really is the book that we wrote this book, even though it sounds crazy, because see, God said, if it was my will, this book wouldn't even be here. But I'm writing this book to tell you what you wrote. So I'm showing you your life or what you wrote, because it was left up to me. I didn't have to write this book because I gave you free will. I can't give you what I promise you that you can have, So if I controlled your life, then you won't choose me. I can make you choose me. I want you to choose me. I'm giving you free will to do that. You know what I'm saying? So in this book, you have an opportunity to change it. These are the things that's going to happen along the way. This is what's going on. But you got that decision within that book to change your life. Now, there's a lot of roads that you can take, but along those roads, you can always get back on the right track. So always remember that. It's not over until it's over.
Amen.
So that's what yeah.
That's a great way of looking at that. I never looked at it.
Ain't over until
That's
it's
a great way. Definitely.
There's a book. You seen that book you read, and you can't wait to see the movie, and something changes in the movie. And that character wasn't even in there. That character wasn't even there. They did this last time. God said, well, okay, that's exactly. That's what you did last time, but this is how you change your life when you found me. Glory, when you found me. You got, oh, Lord, you got me shouting.
Now, when you did Freddie's Nightmares, were you afraid of Robert Englund and his character? When you did the role on when you did the role on Freddie's Nightmares, were you afraid of Robert Englund, his character?
Oh, you know what? You know what? No, I did Lord, that was so funny because I remember this guy, Anthony Boneo. He was the cast director. But that was a long time ago. I was like, Lord. And actually, it was the series. It was a TV series. He did the series. And so it was Nightmare on Elm Street, the series, and I played this character. I forget the guy's name in the booth. I had a chance to meet him, and when you meet somebody in the movies that got these long nails, and you kind of like, oh hell, So now you can't go to sleep. So when you meet the guy, you really, you think of yourself. You think you really don't want to meet him for some reason. It's like you just really don't want to meet him because it's like if I meet him, he gonna go in my. And for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, he was in my head still. I'm thinking, okay, am I up for real or am I sleeping? You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I have a friend of mine. I never forget this. I got a friend of mine, and she tells me today, this was like a long time ago. She said, Clyde, I'm scared of you. I said, why? She said, because when you play Satan, she said, every time I see you, she said, you just scare me. Because I used to do this voice like, oh, and she was like, she just says, every time she saw me, she just shook. And I said, give me a hug. She said, I can't even touch you. She was just, and she knew me. She to this day, she would not give me a hug. To this day. I'm like, if I had known that, I would have never invited you to the show. She said, you should have never invited me to the show. She said, because there's a devil in you somewhere. I said, it's not. That's just a play, But I enjoyed playing the bad guys because I knew I wasn't a bad guy. That's the challenge of being because that's the challenge of playing those type of roles. Those roles to me was to allow me to say, you know what? I can be uninhibited and I can play roles that are not me. But I tell you, I used to have to pray every night before I did that role because I had to I drenched myself into these roles, and for me to tell God I hate you and all these things in these plays, it was like really deep. So, but it was fulfilling because at the end of the day, the pastor who died and went to hell, he went to hell to tell his congregation that hell was real and there was no way out. So if you get a chance, you can get the play called I don't know if it's called Don't You Go or Tell Hell I Ain't Coming. And I think this one has Tony Grant in it. Let's see, Tony, he's wonderful actor. Tony Grant. It has the David Whitfield. A lot of them that are in the show, and so I just working on the road with all these people. I mean, I work with Tony Terry. When I'm with you, they be singing this song. And I used to sneak out in the wings just to see the women screaming. I'm like, thank you. They be. Look, my thing is this. When I'm directing the show, I'm in the show, I'm so happy for the people on stage because I like to see everybody have a good time, because in the plays you do, you laugh, cry, testify. I did a play I directed, Ty Trippett, Ty Trippett?
Yeah, the gospel singer.
Gospel, yeah. I directed him a long time ago in a play in Carolina. He was just off the chain. So God has blessed me to be able and see that and watch this. So my ex-wife and I, we got divorced and stuff, but I don't know where you don't know where God's going to take you. And when and it was a hurt, I was hurt. It was a bad feeling, but He took me on the road. And when I went on the road, I started doing a lot of plays. I started meeting a lot of people on the road and a lot of gospel people and R&B. And I knew some people before, but then when I was in a position as a director, then therefore you're in a different position. So people treat you in a different way as if you're the director. You're the director. Now, if you're a cast member, you're a cast member. But when you're a director, you're just looked at in a different way. Everybody thinks you got a job as a director. They think you can give them a job. You're like, no, this is the job for me. I wish I could get another one after this. So everybody thinks the director can get it. So they wait. So after the show is over, they say, man, remember me. And these are the stars talking about, remember me. I said, let me tell you something. You remember me. I know that. You're gonna work. You're gonna keep working after this one. I'm going back home until get another job. But you going on tour, so you remember me. Yeah, they start laughing. So basically, people. But because the director's always looking for a job. The artists are always performing. So but sometimes they're looking for like good directors. So I love working with Shirley Murdoch. I think I was one of her first directors. And Cuba Gooding Sr. He was so fun to work with, and the late Ollie Woodson. I worked with
Mm.
him in the show. I love working with Ollie. Like gotta treat her like a lady. So working with him, I worked with Robin Gibbons, and just a whole lot
Mm.
of them. Man, I just being able to be in this business and work with some one. But these actors are
Mm.
wonderful. So sometimes you sit back. I produced Terrence Howard in a play called Love Beat the Hell Out of Me,
Okay.
and yeah. So Terrence he Terrence is one of those child prodigies. He's just brilliant. We used to go to his house. He would be painting in the dark. He'd be painting his whole room. I'm like, I say, Terrence, ain't this the apartment building? It's all right. I got it. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta have to pay for this one. But he be in there painting it and playing this because he can play all these
Mhm.
instruments and all kind of stuff. So
Wow.
he was interesting. Just a very interesting character. Just
You
yeah,
froze.
God, just so Morris in the one play, and Forrest Whitaker. I'll never forget that. But I don't think the role was for me. I think they had me doing the role until they had somebody that they were going to have doing it. So that's why I
Mhm.
don't like the word understudy, because it's like, you're an understudy. I say, okay, fine. I get in there. The other guy come. I didn't know I was understudy though. They just told me he's here. I'm like, who's here? Well, thank you, Clyde. Thank you for what? Bye bye. I'm like, okay.
Oh,
So I'd have to
wow, that's cold.
you look. You have to have
Wow.
tough skin in this business. Tough skin. I
Mm.
remember I got on the set and forgot all my lines, and I mean forgot everything. And I was
Mm.
it was in the middle of a big crowd of people. I mean, just
Mm.
a live audience. You know, I remember I played the character Johnny Cosmos Jr. from the Dream Team of Cosmos, Top, and Litvack. That was a homeboys in outer space. I can remember all this stuff now. I couldn't remember it then. You have some
Mm.
tough skin, and you got to.
It froze. He'll be back. Thank you, everybody, for being patient and the technology. I don't know why the technology doing this to me. It's gonna be okay though. It's gonna be okay. 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 I said I don't know why the
Yeah,
technology
I know
did
I'm
this.
talking. I know I'm talking too much, so
No,
I'm not
you're not.
gonna stay
I'm not bothered by no,
before you too long.
the
I know I'm
audience is
talking long,
liking
so
it.
you know
No,
I
everybody's
can't anymore.
liking
You
it.
gone. You done turned black.
I'm still here.
You done turned black. Look, you see my hat black. That's what
Can you
picture
see
you are right
me?
there. You black as my picture.
Can
You
you
black
see
as
me?
me. Basically, I'm like midnight.
Can you see me?
I can see you now. Your
Okay, I
background look
was
like your
waiting.
hat.
I know. It's
I
cheetah.
can.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, you
Not a real cheetah. It's
turn
not a real. No, it's not a real cheetah.
you
No.
turn into a little leopard, huh?
It's leopard or cheetah, one of them. But anyway, no,
Yeah,
it's funny. No,
I didn't
you're
know if I want to
funny.
go. I didn't know if I want to go with that. If I thought about being a cowboy when I talked to you today. I thought I was gonna just be my cowboy, jump into my yeah.
No, you're
I
fine. No,
said,
no. How
I
was it
said,
on
I
Fresh
said
Prince
I
of
should.
Bel Air?
So what? So
How
is
was
it the
it on Fresh
cowboy
Prince
hat?
of Bel Air? Oh, I see the cowboy.
See,
Yeah.
look. See, I like my cowboy. I say, look, all my friends are cowboys.
I don't know what happened. He'll be back. Oh my god, this is why is StreamYard acting up, y'all? This is oh my god. Hold up. Okay. I don't know what happened. It keeps kicking us out. Can you see me? Can
Yeah,
you see
right.
me?
Like Reginald T. Dorsey, he's a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? I think Blair can ride. My Over Babatunde, Glenn Turman, those are
I
cowboys.
met
I
him.
get over.
Oh wow.
No, Glenn. I'm gonna tell you something. Glenn is so wonderful. Him, like Stephen Williams from I don't know if you remember, it's 21 Jump Street. He's done a lot of movies, and he actually came down here and did a movie I did. My partner Pamela Richardson and we did this play called BFA, which is Bachelors of Fine Arts. We're trying to get a series with it right now, and he plays my dad in it. And he said, Clyde,
Awesome.
whatever you want, me down there. Oh, you ain't got to pay for nothing. Just give me a room. I'm like, really? Give me a room. I mean, that's my friend. I just love them. Marla Gibbs, I say, Marla, whatever you want to do, Clyde. I love you, baby. I just love Marla Gibb. She's just you just I mean, some people you just want to hug and hold them because she's just the most wonderful person in the world, you know. You know, so like I said, I can't I don't think I could ask for a better life with because my Hollywood friends have been good people. They, you know, no one's has been like they've always just been. I've been in a group of Hollywood. So
It cut us off. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay, there we go.
yeah, no.
No, I was
So
thinking that little commercial from
no,
ABC.
what you say, darling?
I was singing a little commercial when so when we got cut off. I was like, after these
I
messages, we'll be
it's
right
hard for
back.
me.
I
You
was I
singing
was
something?
singing after these messages, we'll be right back. When we got cut off.
Oh, you'll be
When
right
we
back.
when we
Okay.
got
So,
yeah.
so do we have a so so are we on a commercial break?
No, I was saying it just came up in my head.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
It
yeah.
was
So
the
I guess I'm the commercial.
commercial, yeah. Back in the day,
But you
commercial.
know what? You asked me something. You asked me something earlier
Mhm.
about is there anything that I would want to do or whatever, and uh, I would like to win the lotto, like the $800 million lotto, and all of my friends that have productions and projects that they want to do. I want to be
Mhm.
able to give them all pieces of monies so they can do what they
Aw,
want to do. You know, I mean, I've always I have literally I have a list at my house of all of my friends.
that's wonderful. I thought about that too. I gotta play though.
Yeah, I have a list of all of my friends in Hollywood who I know are trying to work on productions and want to do this, and you know they got charities and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, if it ever happened, fine. But it's like I want to. I have a dream of get them all tickets to go to an island. We all hang out, and I have a list and say, and I call their names out, and they all get their little checks and stuff like that. And we have a good
You
time.
get a
So
check. You get a
yeah,
check.
you know,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Just give them all their little checks, and say, hey, this is for you guys. Because see, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am. Because a lot, like all my friends that are around me, have been wonderful people. I haven't really encountered any people that have been. There's one or two little bad seeds, but you know what? Those bad seeds that I've encountered. No, 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 no. Understand this. Those bad seeds that I've encountered taught me a lesson. I
Man.
learned. So there's some things you got to understand. The glass can be half full and half empty. So which one do you want to be, half empty or half full? And I said mine's half full. And that water that's in there could be enough water that I need to drink to keep me going. So I just look at it and say, whatever that is that I went through over there, is because I know I got the Almighty with me, that He's going to
Mhm.
allow that to happen for me to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a person that's a grudge person, because I don't. God says vengeance is mine, and I let God do it, because if me
That's
try to
right.
do it, I'm only gonna get in trouble. So I don't do it. I let God do what He's gonna do, and I just do what I do. I do my hands and just keep on moving, and I'm going to pray for them anyway, and hopefully they change their life. I don't wish the person to be to nothing bad to happen to them, because one thing I know is this: you meet somebody 20, 30 years, 40 years, you have no idea what they went through when they were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old in their life. You know what I'm saying? So we tend to judge them for where they are now, as opposed to
Mhm.
they could have been in a domestic situation. They could have been this. I'm doing this one man play, and it encounters all this stuff. I'm gonna let you guys know. I might do it live. I'll let you know. But all I'm saying is that you don't know what a person is in life to where they are now. Because I can guarantee you, a lot of people in life want to be good people. A lot of you find a lot of men or whatever in jail because they took something so they can help their mom or their sister, or the girl that they love. They're there to want to do something, to get something, but life have given them a bad break in life. And everybody thinking, well, you know what, you could have done a bit different life. No, you become a product of your environment a lot of times. So when you're a product of your environment, that's all you know. That's all you know. You know. And now you're finding people's lions hungry who never thought they would be there. Now they can understand what we've gone through as African Americans or whatever. Say, I can see how hard it is now. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's right at me. But one thing about us, we're like rats and roaches. You know, if a tornado, hurricane come, or an explosion, black people gonna still be here. Us and some Spanish people, we're gonna be here. We can get through anything. You know?
We're some strong
Yeah, buddy.
people. We're very
Oh no, we
strong.
gonna no, we gonna make it. We look. I can make chicken out of wood. You know, so we can make it
Mhm.
here. You know,
$1 out of
I'm just
15 cents.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but it's true though.
It's
So you know, we just gotta not judge a person and just hopefully we can get a chance to know where they come from. But a lot of times we don't get that opportunity. A lot of people don't open up because they want to hold back that pain
Mm-hmm.
because they're really not trying to be. People don't want to really be that way. They want to give. They want to do this stuff. I mean, a lot of people do. You got some selfish people, but that's because it is hereditary. Because
Yeah. We froze. The screen froze. Ooh. 1 second, y'all. It's spinning. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna reload it.
I'm here. Hey, you see me? Hello. Hey.
Okay, it cut us off. No,
Hey.
girl, you were saying some good stuff. I tell my students that all the time because I teach as a
You know
professor,
what?
and I tell them that
It's
it's
trying to mess
something
with us
that
because
happened. It's something that happened in people's lives that makes them. Hmm? Can you hear me?
where are you located right now?
I'm in DC.
Oh, you're in DC.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
My like I said, my ex-wife is from Silver Spring,
I'm right across the street
Maryland.
from Silver Springs.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I have a note of that? There's a company down there that there's a company that I just sold a show to. It's a
That's awesome.
oh, what's her name? It's for the children. It's on her network. She used to manage. She managed the Warner Theater. She manages the one. You know what the Warner Theater is?
Yeah, it's in the heart. It's like DC downtown. Hold on. He'll be back.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
it's
managing the
downtown
Warner
in
Theater.
DC. It's downtown.
But I'm trying to. Oh God. Oh, it's kid. It's just missed my name. But they took one project and they said, well, Clyde, you know, you do some more children project, we can do that stuff. So I'm like I said, right now I'm trying to work on so if I got if there's some investors out there that want to work with some kids, you can just call me or I give you my bank account number. That may be better. But so you can email me ClydeRJones@yahoo.com.
Will
You know, say
do.
you
Let
got
me
a
know
check
what
for
you're
me.
looking.
You know,
Let me know what you're
so you
looking
can
for. I'll look around.
yeah, no, you know what? Because my partner and I, Michael Manziel, we have a cartoon called The Adventures of Rhonda Rainabout. And we have these environmental characters, one called Rhonda Rainabout, Marvin Monoxide, Peter Pollutant, Sammy Smogman, Oil Slick Harry, The Droplets. And we have comic books and coloring books. And we actually have 16 episodes on radio, audio. So we want to make it into a film. So right now, we have we actually created a theme park drawing up. So we're ready to get this thing going. We just right now that there's a new administration, so we're hoping that we can get someone to engage in our a grant to get it going. But we want to put it into every elementary school because the way we wrote this, we educate them and they don't even know they're being educated. Like Rhonda Rainabout, she's like 7.0 pH, which makes her pure rain, and that's already they learning science. Then she got another sister called acidity, which is 5.6 pH. That's her powers. Now they just learned that acid rain is 5.6 pH. Then she got another sister called Windy Windabout, which are the trade winds, which are the most reliable winds on the planet. Then you got Ollie Ozone, who protects us against radiation. So we got all these different characters, but they're learning how the environment works, you know, without even knowing that the powers that these characters have is the definitions of who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting project. We my partner and I started doing it in 1983 is when we started it, you know, and from there we pitched it to a lot of people, Disney, all kind of stuff. but a brother can't get a break sometimes. You know how that is. So I
Mhm.
mean, I had shows that were stolen from us as we pitched them. So now that's why I'm glad independent independent filmmakers are doing their stuff, and that's why those filmmakers that do their stuff that are independent
Mhm.
filmmakers, that's their babies. That's why they win a lot of awards. They're nominated for a lot of awards because that's something they've been having. I get another good one like the first one because that first one is their baby. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you always got a good one in there. So uh, the doors are open, opportunities are open. You know, and if you can perceive it, you can achieve it. Now remember this: there are no new ideas. They're variations of a theme. So it's always an opportunity. This big bowl. We're in this big bowl, and you look up because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Because before
God
you
will
do some
take.
stuff, and everybody, yeah, you be saying, that was my idea. Well, it was until you didn't
Mhm.
use it. Somebody else got it. So when you get it, use it. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this to a lot of people out there real quick.
Mhm.
Whatever ideas you have, you know, go on and trademark it or copyright it. I know you want to tell everybody we
Yeah.
get excited. Oh God, you know what I got? I got this. Oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. But see, once you get out there and you tell your friend, then they might be excited for you, and they might tell a friend. They get excited.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, it's gone.
Mhm.
So trademark your stuff. Copyright your stuff, and and then do your stuff. And watch this. What you don't know is this. Like I said, I have a plethora of stuff. I call it in my refrigerator, in my archive. Because you don't get this one project done and you got another idea, do that idea. You never know when it's time you get something. And now you got all this stuff that you can bring to the table. So don't be discouraged by what you didn't get accomplished with. Keep doing stuff. Keep getting a whole slew of stuff ready because you never know when that blessing comes. God says, "Okay, this is your time. Your plane is about to take off. I know it's been cloudy out there because we couldn't take the plane
Mhm.
couldn't take off because it was too cloudy and it's been raining or it's been too cold and the wings are still frozen. So now it's time, D. It's time to. I just
Mhm.
defrosted the plane. I just took the fog is gone. Now you're about to take off, and when you take off, you just got to be ready. You feel me? Yes, but you have all your stuff.
Yes, I definitely felt like that's what my 2019 was about, getting rid of dead
Mm-hmm.
things. And like I did that, and it was just like as soon as I did that, I just felt so much lighter and just like wow.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
God was
Absolutely.
always there anyway. And so it was just like I'm ready for you to go. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your plane was taking off. And
Yeah.
sometimes if you want a new car and you got that old car in the garage, you got to take the old
Mhm.
car out to make room for the new car.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and if you got something in your life that's holding you back, you gotta
Mhm.
as hard as it is sometimes, you gotta pluck it out. Now you just
Let
can't
it
cut
go.
it off. You gotta dig into the skin and get it and take it and just pluck the roots out of it. You know what I'm saying? As hard as it may feel, it's like a bad relationship sometimes. You get a relationship and it's hard to get away from because you might be addicted to how they sound or the love making or crazy stuff. And this girl or this guy ain't no good for you. You're like, why am I here? And you're scared to stand up on your own. You know what I'm saying? So how you get rid of a bad dream? You wake up, you
Mhm.
know, you gotta wake
Sweating and
up
like,
and
oh my God, hallucinating.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and
That's
sometimes if it's something really hard, you gotta in your mind, you gotta say, you know what? You gotta bury them as if they died. You gotta say, okay, they
good.
gone. So when they gone, they gone. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
No, he is dropping gems. Come on now, internet and speak, stream yard. Okay, okay. I was like, he
And we
dropping
back.
gems.
Yeah.
We trying
So
to listen
so
and
so
they
you
blocking it out. Yeah, go ahead.
you just gotta bury them. You put your black on and stuff like that. Get some roses and you throw it and you throw it in the water and let it roll away. You know.
No, but
you
that's
know.
true though. People
Yeah.
get so mad at that.
No,
People get mad, and
you
it's the truth. It's
put
the
your
truth.
little black thing on, put your little veil over your face, and go get you some roses from the flower store. You know, and you can literally go get some sand from the ground, put it in your hand, some sand, and let that be like you have to cremate them, and you just throw it out in the wind. It's over. They gone. You know.
I got me some
So
Santo Palo or Palo Santo. the sage. You have to like light it. Make sure your windows open, y'all, and you get it all out of your house. Cause okay.
Okay.
We're back. I was talking about
But
I
anyway,
stage my house and stuff. I open the windows and get the Palo Santo or Santo Pato Palo wood and burn it. You know, get the bad spirits out of my way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're going to do that. I'll tell you when it's then you.
And you got to, so you can get it out. Your screen froze.
And then you know what you do after that? You go to you go to the what do they call it? The repast. You just go on and dance. You go to the repast, and you yeah. You go home, eat you some chicken, and get you a nice little stiff drink, and it's over. You know, like
No.
Yeah, buddy.
Some people get some other stuff too, but yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. Then you, because I was looking online. Somebody got some Soul Glow liquor. They get you some Soul Glow liquor. I don't know where it came from. Somebody got some. I look. Google Soul Glow liquor. Somebody got some Soul Glow baby bibs. I saw some onesies.
My God. They monopolized off of that. Oh my God.
I saw some gloves. I saw Soul. I'm like, and I ain't get a dime for me. I'm like, God, I told a guy to send me some Soul Glow shirts one time because he was selling them. He sent me a shirt, and I called him back. He changed his number. I'm like, Lord.
You thought about
they just
that?
Huh?
Did you ever think about trademarking that?
Say one more time.
Did you ever think about trademarking Soul Glow?
Well, yeah, no, I am. I'm a market. Look, I Essence Festival called last year, and they called Paramount because they wanted to show some stuff of the 50s or 60s, the hairstyles and stuff like that. So I went and got me a booth. My friend Tim Stark, so Tim Stark sell wigs and pieces and stuff. So I don't know if he got a website or not, but he's got some really good stuff. So women that got the wig.
It went out.
Hey, this is my agent. Hold on one second.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna mute the mic.
Cindy.
So we can't hear. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, thank you everybody for.
What happened?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to mute the mic.
Hello.
Hold on. I want the mic mute.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Thank you so much. I promise y'all that I'm not ignoring y'all in the chats or whatnot. I'm definitely see y'all in there or whatnot. So hey, thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Dee. If this is your first time, please check it out again. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm drinking water. Sparkling water. Yeah, with lemon. But anyway, so this has been I probably lost a whole bunch of weight laughing. That's good because laughing helps. Okay, hold on one second.
You hear me?
Okay, there we go. I took you out. I took you out so that nobody can hear the conversation.
But that was huh?
I took no. I removed you so that nobody would hear your business.
Oh no, that was my agent, real quick.
I know, but I didn't want everybody hearing your business.
No, it's all right. No, because I hadn't heard from her in a while. She might have said I had a job, and she called me and said, "I was just missing you." I said, "Cindy, bye. I'll call you later. I'm on the phone."
I was gonna say I know somebody that does trademarks. There are trademarks attorneys.
No, she's a sweet. So look,
that has a trademark that does trademark.
Rolling Stone magazine. Huh?
I said when you were talking about the booth with the hair and stuff like that, I know somebody in
Oh yeah, they
Michigan
got.
that does trademarking,
Did,
and they're an
did
attorney.
you
They're a
look it up?
trademarks attorney. No, no, no. I
Did you
know
look it up? Did you
somebody
see it?
that. No, I didn't get a chance to, but I know somebody that does trademarking, and they're really on point, and they've gotten tons of people trademarked.
Yeah, but you
So
know
if you
what?
need to be
I think what the
trademarked, yeah. Yep.
well, see, what I did, I trademark all my characters and stuff like that. I think with Paramount, I think what happens is this, because I did a deal with, like I say, Paramount, and they don't have the rights to Clyde Jones. They actually, and they really don't have a right to. They have a right to the character right now,
Mm.
to do merchandise and stuff, and I can do my stuff. So, but I'm still Clyde. So I would talk to him anyway because that was like a catchy catch thing. Because when I did Soul Glow, Soul Glow was Clyde. If you look at the credit, Clyde Jones is as Soul Glow. So it's like wet to water. How do you separate those two?
Oh, and he'll be right back. How's everybody doing out there, though? Oh, everybody's doing fine, doing well. Okay, there we go.
Number, and he
Okay.
can call me. I'd like to talk to him anyway about some other stuff that I'm trying to do anyway. So you never know, you know.
Oh, for the
Mm-hmm.
trademark,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Did you say something about the trademark attorney?
Say it one more time.
The trademark attorney?
Yeah, yeah. Actually I have there's a young lady that I work
It's
with
a
that's
female.
wonderful. Yeah, she female. This is a female. Her name is Jaylene Mack out of Houston. She's a really good
Okay,
attorney and a wonderful actress and a writer. You know, so she did my stuff
awesome.
before. She's really, really, really good. I mean, you look her up. She's really good. You know, I think she's doing a lot of film with. I think she's doing the Fifth Ward with uh, um, um, Carter. What's his name? Oh, God, dog. My brain is somewhere else right now. But she's done, yeah. But she's done a lot of stuff, and she worked with Dan Garcia. I directed a couple of Dan Garcia films. Who's got a show out with Larry Jacobs right now. I forget the name of that TV show, but they and Miguel Nunez. I think he's on that other show with them. But they like I say, independent directors and producers is really what's happening. You might not get a lot of money out of it right now because there's a plethora of avenues to sell your stuff, you know. But at least you get a chance to. They might give you a little.
He'll be back.
You there?
Okay. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
what I'm trying to do while I'm talking to you is really just try to give some people some ideas and opportunities and let them know that don't be discouraged in this road. Be discouraged. You know, it's not a road to be discouraged because you know you just never know what's around the corner. You can meet one person. You just never know who you meet. You know, I met one fellow, a really nice guy. You know, he started talking about what my project I wanted to do. He called me up one day. He said, Clyde. I said, what? He said, what's your bank account number? I said, huh? This is a true story. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm gonna give you $10,000. I said, no. You're gonna give me
Wow.
9,999. Uncle Sam ain't gonna get me on no 10,000. But anyway, he gave me the money. he gave me he gave me the money. I ended up 2 weeks after that producing this show, and after that winning the African Oscar for best docudrama. So you don't know who's
Oh,
going to be there. You know what I'm saying? You don't
amen.
know. You know,
Yeah,
just keep your dreams alive. Don't be anxious. You know, just
we'll be right back. Okay, you were
yeah. So
talking
no.
about your
So so so
dreams.
those so those who want to know. So those that want to know my agent name is Cindy Hill. Cindy Hill Agency. She's here at Baton Rouge. She's really good. She handles a lot of wonderful people. And my manager is Tina Weisinger. And like I said, they do the African Oscars out there in Hollywood. So last year, I think we had Vivica Fox and
Mm,
Michael, the comedian. What's his name from Africa? Michael.
Michael
I'm bad
Blackson.
with you.
Michael
Michael
Blackman.
Blackman. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He did it 2 years in a row, and then the one year we did Claudia Jordan. Then we had Kim
Okay.
Whitley.
Okay.
We had there was a lot of people, and but this time it was a virtual thing, and it went really well. And it's really the African Oscars is a combination of people from Africa and London and all over Jamaica, and their films are put into this category and they're nominated or they win. So it's the African Oscars, and it's really like I said, it's called the Hollywood African Prestigious Award. So you got people in Hollywood and their stuff is being nominated with the other one. So it gives it a broad spectrum of the world coming together, of African Americans being nominated for their projects, which is really good. So you get the chance to see what they're doing in Kenya, seeing what they're doing in Jamaica, seeing what they're doing in Paris, wherever they are. You get a chance to see where all these different jobs. Now, everybody might not win. Somebody in Africa may win. Somebody in London may win. Somebody in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Follow Mr. Clyde R. Jones on Soul Glow 17 on Instagram, everybody.
So the story I'm trying to say is, if
So
you could,
we got
you got me. So what I'm basically saying to you, what I'm saying to you is, whatever you have, just do it. Go get you a camera, and do it. Your iPhone can do it. Take your time and do it. And don't be discouraged, because there's a lot of places. My friend Dave Brown, he works with Robbie Reed, the casting director, and he works with Jamie Foxx and all them. And they got a thing that he was doing in California at the Man's Chinese Theater, where they have films, where you can show your films and get nominated. And some people pick them up, and a lot of people watch them. So just it doesn't take anything, but your iPhone is the same type of camera, really, literally like another camera. Shoot it, get it edited, and then look online and just start finding these little festivals and present your movies. They got some for 5 minutes festivals. They got 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you there? No, I'm here.
Yeah. You were telling us about uploading them, the ones that have 5 minutes.
They got
the festivals.
they got all kind of different festivals, so you can always present your stuff to a festival. Some people got 24 hours, do a film 24 hours and make it, boom, and you get to show it. So all these festivals are around, to show your stuff. So don't be discouraged, and just get out there, take your phone, and just, you can do a short of a. Everybody have an idea. What's that song? I mean, I remember that movie with Sparkle. Everybody has a. What's that? A dream or what about the love and the good things. It's the spices of your life. I think Irene Cara sung that song. I used to love her. But so I'm saying that everybody has an opportunity to. You got that iPhone. That iPhone. If you really think about that iPhone, you have that iPhone's like $800-900. That's a $900 camera. You're looking at it as a phone. It's not a phone. It's a camera, guys.
Camera, yeah.
I mean, that's most cameras cost $900 or $1,000. That is a camera. It has the same type of capacity to do a film, and you can probably edit in that thing. Don't look at your phone as a phone no more. Eliminate.
Oh yeah, I'm about to make me a movie. I'm gonna make me a movie or something soon. He's right though. Like, iPhone is really, seriously. Okay.
Yeah, no, eliminate the idea that you have a phone. Eliminate the idea you have a phone. You have a camera. Okay? And that camera can do everything those other cameras can do. All it does, it looks big. As a matter of fact, if you look at Who Killed Soul Glow, we shot a lot of that with that. My little brother shot some stuff with his little camera. These are cameras that has the same pics and I forget what you call it, that you can shoot a movie with, and then you can edit it, send it to your editor and edit it. You have a camera, guys. It's not a phone. It's a camera. Because every time that they talk, watch this. I'm gonna tell you why it's a camera. Because every time when they doing commercials about the new things, they don't talk about the phone. They talk about all the things it can do. Am I right?
True.
Oh, your camera can do this. They don't talk about answer the phone. Hey, Bob. They don't say that. That's not about that. It's about this camera can do this, and this camera can do magical stuff. That's what they're talking about. It's a camera. Take it, and now you got a camera. Get you some lights and shoot it, and then edit it, and now you got, put some music to it. You got something.
Amen.
Okay. It is not a phone. The phone is the last thing. That's the last thing about this camera.
That's why they call it a
and
smartphone for a reason, because it has all types of
absolutely
cameras and all of that, and
absolutely
lenses. Like I think this one has what, four what is it, zooms or something? Even though the Android has more though, which iPhone got to step up their game. iPhone, you got to get together because we need better camera. Yep. Android got better camera.
You got that camera.
Yeah.
And you can add pieces. You can add pieces on that. You can go to the store and get you like a piece that goes onto that iPhone that give you a surround look on that camera.
Yeah.
On that camera.
Yeah.
You know, on that camera, not that phone.
Yep.
You know. So I'm just letting you know. Don't look at it as a phone no more. Look at it as a camera, especially if you pay $700, $800, $900 for that doggone thing. That is a camera. You know, and use it. And then you can take the pictures. You can take good pictures on it, and you can edit those pictures on a presentation with whatever. Look, I'm learning. Look, I'm the worst person that know about technology. I am electronically disabled.
Well, you know enough to be saying that. You know a lot, because some people don't even know that. So that's a lot of great information. We're waiting. Just okay, here we go. I don't see it.
Okay.
Here we go. I said you know a lot of information in terms of technology, so you know a lot. I mean,
I can barely.
I said you know a lot of information with technology, so you're not as bad as you think you are. You know a lot.
So, no, I really don't, but because I'm late, my brain is lazy on that end, honestly, because I didn't grow up in that technology world like the younger ones did. I mean, I'm an old man. Yeah, I'm old.
But you know enough, though. Some people don't even know that. So you know enough, because some people don't know that.
But you know what? When you get old, that means you step. Look, I don't mind getting old. We don't get old. So it ain't nothing wrong with getting old. That means you still here.
Not. Amen.
Wisdom
is great.
Hey.
So yeah.
Wisdom.
I got 20
go
gray.
On, I'm sorry. Go on.
I have 20 gray hairs, and I'm like, that's wisdom.
Well, I can tell you how many gray hairs I had until I dyed my hair.
You're gonna get more, so come back even grayer.
Yeah, buddy. Well,
that's
you know what?
I don't know.
But that is true, because that's why every week or two I dye my hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then my hair, sometimes my hair is like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna stay black for a while because you keep dyeing me. So I'm gonna chill out for a minute and just it's like, you know, I'm gonna get it's like I'm not gonna come to the top of your head, but I'm gonna be in the roots of your head. So when you pull back, you're gonna see all of me in there. So I'm gonna leave you okay up here. But you dig deep inside, you're gonna see me coming. I'm on my way. So I'm gonna let you know.
I know, right?
So,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But no,
it's been.
Yeah, it's been good. I don't want to cut you off or take away from your time, because I get dinged when I have long interviews.
Well, I'm ready to eat anyway. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry.
I know you in Louisiana, Mr. Clyde. You in Louisiana?
Yes, I'm here today. Like I said, I had a wreck. I told you that somebody hit me.
Beignets? Can you send me some beignets?
You know what?
I want some beignets.
Then you're gonna look like you have all that powder all on your face and carry on.
That's okay. I want some beignets.
Yeah, but see, but if you eat beignets, you got to eat the beignets when they're hot. You get them hard.
I'm gonna have to come to New Orleans.
You got to come to New Orleans.
Yeah, I got family in Louisiana,
if you don't,
Shreveport and all that.
Okay, so you got to do that, because if you eat them, because if you get them hard, you can get mad at somebody, hit them and knock them out, because they get so hard like a rock. They hold so you don't want to. So you don't want. So you don't want to wait till they get hard. They're not. They get the hell knocked out of you with a bit hard beignet. Don't do that.
So how are you doing during the COVID-19? How you
Well, you know what?
you
I'm doing
the
good. I'm
whole
staying away from.
COVID-19? That's good.
I'm staying away from everybody. I mean, you know what? If COVID, I think I might have had it in February. I think I might have did because I had all the symptoms from the chills to the bowel movement to
Mm,
the heat, whatever it was. I think I had it at that time. You know, but I tell people this, and I'm gonna let y'all know this, guys. This thing is serious and it's real, and don't play with it because we don't know what the underlying condition is. Like I said, if it comes and get me, I hope it pray it don't. It's got to go through the walls of my car, my door. It's got to go through 12 masks. It's got to really want to get me because I'm staying away from I wear gloves, you know. So I'm just letting you know, So you got to do what you got to do because there's another strand that's really, that strand it might not be more potent. We don't know yet, but it's probably it's easier to get. And and it's black people, so we got to know that. We got to not thinking we Superman, and we're not, because people that I know are the people. I don't know no white people died. I know the black people that I know that died. And I know a lot of white people, okay? But I know the black ones that's dying. So I'm letting you know that I have white friends. A lot of them gone that I know yet, but I know a lot of black ones. And I know a lot of them that's gone. From the churches to the neighborhood. So I know so I'm looking at this and say, wait a minute, maybe it's the health, whatever it is, but I don't know what it is. All I know is that, you gotta not see one thing about us as people, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, and y'all might beat me up for it, I think if all the white people out there, if all the white people out there said, I ain't going, I'm gonna wear my mask and I'm not gonna go out nowhere, you know what? We ain't gonna go either, because we're gonna say, you know what? Well, he ain't doing it. He ain't doing it. I ain't doing it either. But so we follow people a lot of time for no reason. He did it. I'm gonna do it. He can't tell me what I can't do. They doing it. Well, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Let them do it. If they jump off, well, I'm not jumping nowhere. I look down and say, damn, that's far. I'm gonna tell his parents what happened. Let him go. He gonna no. I'm just letting you know, but we can't. We see that's the key. Like I said, we watch it. We see people not doing it, then we don't do it. But when we see them doing it, we gonna go on and do it. But if they don't wear it, we think it's illegal. Like I said, ain't no black people would have jumped and attacked that Capitol over there. The black people like, I go to the Capitol, but I ain't going in that sucker. I ain't going.
It was one.
They might have went march out there, but they would. Black people wouldn't go into that Capitol. No, huh?
No, it was one of them. It was one. They showed a guy. It was one black person.
I couldn't hear you, but it sounded good. What you say?
It was one of a. Well, that wasn't. It was one of our skin folk. That's not our kin folk. Was in there. One of
absolutely.
Does Lake Zora Hurst always say that? Not all of our skin folk are our kin folk. They not.
Absolutely. No, you're right. But you know what? But what they'll do is they'll put the camera. You know how you remember them shows where when the news, they'll find the person that can't talk and say, so what happened over there? If I just talk to Ted, I was talking about Booty, and he was dead. I just made you Booty. So they'll find somebody, that's like that, and they'll trick on see and then show a whole picture of that black man and say, see, it had to be from the Black Lives Matter. It had to be them, because they show one black man. It's like it's like they don't show nothing else. They go from his face into inside the Capitol. They don't show nobody else. Like, okay, so that's what they do. They sit there and they'll try to. They'll exaggerate the situation, so it's like, man, yeah. That's a whole nother interview, darling.
Yeah,
because I could talk about that one to tomorrow.
Everybody was checking on me. They was like, "Are you okay? Are you?" I said, "I ain't over there about it. Why would I need to be over there? I don't got nothing to do with that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not my fight."
Matter of fact, I don't even know the brother. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know him. I don't know who that is. I don't know him.
No, I don't even know him. I don't have no clue who he is. No. He ain't got no. I don't know. He got an afro and stuff. He wears a soul glow, but that ain't from. He's not using the activator that I use. No. I use.
Oh, okay. Make sure y'all follow Mr. Clyde R. Jones on Soul Glow 17 on Instagram. Make sure y'all do that. Hold on.
Okay. But anyway,
so
girl, I'm gonna let you
go follow. I told him to go follow you on Soul Glow 17 on Instagram. Go follow Mr. Clyde R. Jones on Soul Glow 17 on Instagram.
And if you got some money you want to give for my donation for my kids, go on and just just call me up. Give them, I don't care. Give them my number. Give them whatever. This is for the children, guys. I mean, really, I'm being very honest with you guys. Look, the bottom line is this. You got to look at it. My last play I did called "Ain't No Sunshine When He's Home" by domestic violence and stuff. And I think it's more of a spiritual warfare going on out there. A lot of people don't want to operate in the spirit because a lot of people don't understand, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever affects them, whether you look at it as spiritual warfare, whether it's that woman beating you up or that man beating you up, it's still somebody beating you up. And domestic violence is not just hitting, it's verbal abuse, it's all kind of other abuses, out there. And we got to just really understand that there is a situation that's going on. And my goal, really, I try to do things for the community and for the kids. I'm not saying give it to me. Give it to somebody in your family. Do something in the community if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you happen to accidentally decide to write a check, I'm cool with that too. But I'm just saying, the bottom line is, do something. If you could do something in your community, then do it in your community. You see something, let them know. Hey, I know like nowadays it's kind of scared to say something to somebody. A kid right now, he like, you said what? I'm gonna kill you. He's like, whoa, because kids right now, it's in a situation a lot of desensitizing, and all you have to do is diss them. If they feel like they've been dissed, they coming to get you. So how do we change the mindset? And we also have a lot of babies having babies out there. So we gotta really find, and like I said, that's another conversation that I can sit down and I can talk to you about. And I think it's imperative that we do that because we just can't start talking about think about ourselves. And when I got into this business, really, it was really for me to do what I told you earlier, to be able to make some money so I can help my friends, help the neighborhood and all this other stuff. So that keeps me going in life. I don't care how many, I know everybody in the business. I met all of them. And nobody impresses me, but when I meet the Lord Jesus, I'm going to be, I think that's, so I don't really, but I appreciate everybody that's doing what they're doing. But like I said, only person that I want to get to that in that gates, not to the gate. I want to get in those gates. That's really the goal. But while I'm here, and this I say this to all you guys. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. You got to think about if I'm going to go to Washington D.C. to see D. If I'm going to Washington D.C., that's my goal, to get to Washington D.C. But on my way to see D, what am I going to do along the way? So when D say, what did you do along the way? I can say, I stopped and I saw that homeless person. I saw this person. All these things. What did I do? But even because your goal is to get to D, along the way, what did you do along the way? And that's the key. What did you do along the way? When you got there, you can say something wonderful. As opposed to, I didn't see nobody. I just came here. That's all you did? You mean to tell me you didn't see that blind man on the road? You didn't see that kid hungry? You didn't see this person this? You didn't see that? It was all in your way. But that's called selfishness. So what did you see along the way? Let's try to open our eyes and see something. It may not have a lot to give, a lot to do, but you do one thing for somebody, one little thing, because it's better trust me, the enthusiasm that I get when their hands are open and I can give to somebody, that's the most wonderful feeling in the world. And then you see that smile on their face, and a lot of people have to ask you when they begging, they're hungry. You don't have to say, are you hungry? Do you need something? They're hungry. You know what they need. Friends that don't have nothing, they need it. Just ask them, hey, let me get this for you. You know what I'm saying? That, and some people get saying, no, I'm cool, fine. But if somebody offers you something, you take it. Don't lose your blessing either, because they might be blessing you and don't mess up my blessing when I'm going to give you something. Accept it and say, thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah. So that's all. I enjoyed myself.
Pleasure. I enjoyed.
I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed me because I was the only one talking. I guess I enjoyed
talk,
myself today.
I did talk, I mean, you did what you were supposed. I did what I was supposed to do.
Hey, you
It's
hear
a
me?
conversation.
I lost you.
No, you hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Clyde? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, he'll be. I'm. Okay, so he'll be back, and we'll tell him. Okay, hold on. Just let your soul. I done did it too many times now. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Sorry.
I just had to.
I was saying bye, Mr. Clyde. Thank you so much. And that's the purpose of the show, is to let people talk and let them tell their story. And you did an awesome job. And we enjoyed you. Everybody was great things. Everyone in the audience, I mean, they loved it. They were just like, oh my God, like he's dropping gems. Like, that's what's up. We like him. This is a great interview.
Okay, well, tell them, everybody that's out there, I love you guys, and look, love it. If they got something to give somebody, just tell them you're sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just give them a hug and say, forgive me for I'm sorry. It takes a bigger man to say, I'm sorry.
It cut him off. I didn't do that. That was the StreamYard. Okay, we're gonna try one more time.
Okay, and look, and if you offend somebody, if they say you offended me, realize that if they say, hey man, your feet too big, and he say you offended me, then you offended him. You know what I'm saying? So realize that if you hurt somebody, quick to say I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with that, guy. You're a bigger person by doing that. Trust me, you'll feel better. Take your ego and take it off your shoulder. We ain't too big. We ain't all of that. We human beings. We ain't all of that. But we all one people and God's people. So that's all I tell you. Love them. Tell them you're sorry. Give them a hug. And just tell your brothers and sisters. I don't care what color, African American, white, black, Oriental, Jew. We all people. We love each other. All right.
Amen.
So I'm out of here, guys.
Thank you. Be safe. Thank you.
All right. And let your soul glow.
Let your soul glow.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Bye. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Hey, bye.
You're welcome, baby.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And these technical difficulties from StreamYard, but we got through it, and this was awesome. And oh my God, like I gotta rewatch this because like I learned a lot of great things, and I know y'all learned a lot of great things too. And so I want y'all to tune in on Wednesday. I have Buddy Wick from the R&B group Intro. I know y'all know who those gentlemen are, and so Buddy Wick is going to come in. And he's my special guest, and tune in. So I'm out, and God bless. Have a good night. Be safe. Wear a mask. This is not a joke. Sanitizers, gloves, all of that. Thank you.